Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a cool team you can use for this Daemons in the Deep World event and the scoring system and how to get the most out of it. First of all, in the overview, you'll notice the medal. It's a Medal of Darkness. When it gets upgraded, a whopping 160% spell damage for all troops in the current events, but try and take good advantage of that. First things first though, what you can do is grab your rewards. Your guild may have started this before you due to different time zones, and you have picked up some tokens of darkness already, and that gives you a bit of a head start, and you can pop that medal into your medal set and away you go. And onto the scoring system. There are 6 battles you can encounter during this event: Nabasu, Taraxis, Eldritch Minion, Glaceon, Gorgotha and Obsidius. This event has 3 different phases. Phase 1, the first 4 battles are the only available battles to play and have an equal chance of appearing. Phase 2, the first 5 battles are the only available battles to play and have an equal chance of appearing. You will need to win a further 15 battles here to progress to the next phase. Phase 3, all the 6 battles are now available with an equal chance of appearing, and the phase continues to the end of the event. You collect relics along the way. Each relic is worth 4 points, and battles will drop a variable number of relics, on average about 1.18 times the base amount. Right, so that is the scoring. Next we're going to go to the shop and grab whatever tiers you require. Always good to do a sensible amount. Don't leave it to a handful of players to do all the heavy lifting in your guild to close all the rewards. Make sure everybody chips in and does their bit. If you're going to buy quite a few tiers, you may as well buy the one at the start that gives you the bonus Orb of Chaos. You never know what you're going to get from that. But if not, if you're only going to buy a few tiers and just buy them individually, you pick up extra souls, event sigils, important, and tokens. That is eventually going to evolve into the medal, which gives you the ultimate amount of damage. Really cool. So let's evolve this badge. There we go. Into the Badge of Darkness. We get 3 more tokens there. And we now evolve it to the medal. Don't forget to now put that medal into your team. We can do that in a minute because the game will actually remind you if you don't do it. But let's take a quick look at the team first. So we got these enemies here. So the one that gives us more points is Taraxis, so we'll battle that thing. And the team I'm starting with here is War and Peace, Chris Crinkle, Gimlet, and King Highforge. There is actually quite a cool Empress team you can use with this as well. I'll show that in just a second. But War and Peace is available in the Soul Forge right now, so you can go and get that if you don't have it. Pretty cool. It does a decent amount of damage to all enemies and gives a 2 attack to all allies. Very good indeed, and has a really cool upgrade, Peaceful. That is going to silence the first troop when you cast it. That means they can't collect any mana and they can't cast any spells until they recover. Very good. Chrissy Crinkle gives all allies magic +1 points to a random skill and a random status effect. The reason why that's good is if it goes on the hero, whatever it goes on is useful. If it goes on their attack, it means they're going to do a much higher amount of attack, which makes skulls more damaging. If it goes on magic, then the damage to all is going to go through the roof. And if it goes on life or armor, it makes you more survivable. So all good no matter what happens there. So you also get a status effect as well, and some gold, souls, and treasure maps. And as well as that, there's a pretty cool set of upgrades as well. Immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. And 30% chance to create 3 freeze gems when this turn begins, which he can use because they are blue, and that will help charge him up as well as freeze the enemy. Gimlet is here for a fast start. Start battles with full mana. Transform all green to brown, enrage, and give magic +1 life to the first ally. And it can be increased even further if Chrissy Crinkle is in a generous mood. King Highforge will also get a boost to that attack as well, stunning the last 2 enemies and dealing magic-based damage to them. Remember that medal increases the spell damage of all troops, so that is really useful, and summons a random dwarf at the same time, as well as giving all dwarves a 50% start with mana. So we're going to be in a dwarven class for this. We're going to go for Rune Priest. Very good for this indeed. All dwarves gain 2 life. Summon a dust storm when an enemy dies. That is brown, so as soon as we kill someone, we're going to start a brown storm, which really helps our team. And all dwarven allies gain 2 life and attack on 4 or 5 gem matches. Talent trees, we can have stuff like Impact, really good. This one doesn't really matter. Vanguard, gain barrier at the start of battle, really good. Saves us from 1 instance of damage. Razor armor, add 20% of armor to skull damage. Rock solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which we're doing all the time because all our team uses brown. Gain enchant when matching green gems. Tree of knowledge, really cool. We collect green for the weapon. As soon as we do that, we get enchant at the same time. A nice synergy there. And fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, deathmark, lycanthropy, and devour. Banner for this, I've gone for the Kraken banner. +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 purple. Now, as I mentioned a minute ago, there was actually quite a cool construct team you could use instead. The Empress is here, which is actually very, very useful. She's absolutely a fantastic troop. Construct gives magic +1 to all skills on the last ally. Then there's a 7% chance of an extra turn for each green gem on the board. So even though she uses green, it's only 6, and you can go in a construct class, which is the Geomancer, pop the weapon to the back, and get a huge boost in magic that way and do a lot of damage to all at the same time. Failing that, you can chuck Ares in here as well if you've got that. That is also a construct, so that'll get a 50% start in mana as well in Geomancer, and deal a massive amount of damage to the first enemy. And if they die, which they probably will, because that thing hits really hard if you cast Empress first and have this at the back, then it will explode 8 gems. As well as that, give 4 armor to all brown allies when matching brown gems. So another fun way to go about another team. But let's concentrate on this one and let's dive into a few battles. As a reminder, don't ignore that. So there it is, let's just find that medal, the Medal of Darkness, excuse me, pop it in there. Make sure we get that humongous damage boost. So the first stage is we're just literally looking to get that weapon up. That's going to happen really, really quickly. We can just collect brown normally, we can collect green normally, or we can look for this conversion. All the while the conversion is there naturally, we can just do that. Damage to all. Bingo bango. Everybody's dead. And on to the next. I'll only do a few battles at this low level, then we'll jump forward and do some tougher ones. Again, with that mana start, you can look for this. There's plenty there. Look at this conversion. Transform all green to brown. Charge up tons of the team. If your War and Peace isn't killing everybody outright, you can do a cast of this first. Maybe see if you get lucky with that. Might as well collect them 4 matches when they're there. But early stages, chuck on a couple of niches to complement that medal, and you'll be doing a lot of damage. Right, I've jumped forward a little bit to when the enemy gets a bit tougher. A level 164 Eldritch minion here. This is where you can start casting your Kris Kringle, see if you get a bit of luck with that. Boost up in there, giving all allies magic +1 points to a random skill. And if it goes on the magic, then obviously that damage to all goes through the roof. And same with King Highforge. Great amount of damage when it goes on the magic. But even if it goes on attack, that's still useful, and life and armor just makes us more survivable. So all good. Well, Chrissy Crinkle's ready already, but I can't risk that bit of damage there. We'll do that. The Eldritch Minion there, spoiling some of our colours, but never mind, it's all good. Worth waiting 1 round when you do this, because, like I say, if you get that boost onto magic, it's happy days. And there you go, 110 damage to all enemies. Really cool. Let's just see if we got a 4 match here anywhere. Doesn't look like it. So let's do that damage. Really cool. With that potion, not potion, with the medal, it really makes a big difference. We can wipe out those last 2 enemies there. He got a boost up to his magic as well. Look, absolutely fantastic. Now any sort of hit is going to finish them off. We can look for this conversion here. Not got any 4 matches. See if we get a bit of luck. Let's do that instead. We might as well take it, because any sort of mana surge or the brown that left behind afterwards is going to be enough. Or a skull hit. I don't mind a skull hit, it's all good to me. Who's next? Oh, another low level Gorgotha. Always take the highest scoring ones first. Gorgotha gives more relics than the other troops that were there. Take a look out for these freeze gems converting into an extra turn, because with lightning gems and freeze gems, it's easy to miss a 4 match sometimes, because the different sort of slight shape difference to the colour, but it's still effectively the same colour. Right, what should we do? We are up next round anyway, so let's see if we get lucky with that again. I think that one went on armor by the look of things. But anyway, we're ready to go. Let's do that damage. The old hag thing there at the bottom survived by the skin of her manky breath, but Highforge will take her out of it and send her on her way back to the old fox home. Tyraxis. We're ready already, Eddie. That's why the medal's so cool. 160% spell damage. Makes a huge difference. Tyraxis again. Not getting many of the higher level ones so far. Bit annoying. Can hurt your score. There's not a lot you can do about that if you get the bad luck regarding what enemies you get. Alright, let's finish off them bottom two. Remember, whenever you collect green, green's a good one to get for the weapon because you get the Tree of Knowledge and Chant at the same time. And there we go. Good to go. Kabooshem. Really hard. Oh, and that's it. Done. Well, fun team to use, and if you get lucky with your Chris Crinkle, you can have a good amount of fun at the same time with those lovely benefits of the Chrissy Crinkle face. But there it is, there's the team, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button, it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.